guys? This is a special episode of Scarlet Letter on location at Rich's San Diego, and I'm currently with the Techniche team. How are you guys feeling tonight?
Doing great.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. We need to cover a couple of things, right? So, the first thing is that you guys have Overdrive / Techniche happening this Saturday. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Tell the crowd.
Yeah, it's our continuing collaboration with the Happy Dark production crew. We've been doing Overdrive at Spin every third Saturday for the past few months now. So we're there. Techniche crew is handling Tech House and Techno from 10 to 2. And then the Overdrive crew takes over for the after hours between 2 and 5.
After hours.
Yeah,
After hours.
After hours, yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that, John?
No, I'm excited for it. I'm not playing this one, but I'll be there, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah,
It's
so
always a good time.
It's going to be Myxzlplix,
Yep.
Josh Taylor, and special guest Dirty Curdy.
Dirty Curry,
Our
our
girl.
girl. Yeah.
That's
girl.
awesome.
We
Is
love
that,
you.
Is that the first time she's playing Techniche?
No, Curdy's been playing with us on and off for quite a bit. She was actually one of the first guest DJs that we had when we were doing Techniche here. And she's played with us before for Overdrive. But so this will be her second time with us.
I think it's beautiful that Techniche is kind of like a blend of the techno scene and the LGBT community. You know, you bring the DJs that play in this type of venues. Obviously here at Which is where we are right now. Dirty Curdy on the first K Swift, and I think that's great at what you're doing. Seriously, it's
Thanks.
super awesome. So more details about Saturday. It's gonna be at Spin. It's from 10 till 2.
10 to 2 is when Techniche is doing it,
Techniche, and then Overdrive,
2 to
and
5
then
Overdrive.
how much are tickets right now?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I think I saw. I think they were like 15.
they're
Cheap.
$15,
It's so,
yes.
it's so worth it. You go.
I should know this.
Yeah, I know. Come on. It's okay. I got you. It's okay. I think you guys definitely should check it out. Get a little piece of what Techniche is all about. But most importantly, there's a big event happening for you guys, right?
Yep.
It's happening February 7th.
Yes,
And it's the 3rd year anniversary of Techniche.
Yeah. Woo! 3 years.
Wow, 3 years. You guys come a long way, right?
Yeah, it's been nice.
So what changes have you guys seen from like the first year to like now the 3rd year?
I think I don't know. I think what I've noticed is just figuring out our direction, our drive, and really the people we want to work with and what we're doing. I've just seen become more clear. At first, of course, it's so much trial and error, and as we go through the process, as we're coming up on the 3rd year, we've really kind of figured it all out, and we have more of a specific focus on what we're doing, what we're trying to do. So I think that's really good.
What are some of the positive aspects of turning 3? Like, what are some of the positive things that you've seen?
Well, turning 3, since year 1, I've watched Techniche grow collectively with just the vision in itself, everyone coming together and being able to put a show on that's different every single time. It's not the same repetitive nonsense that you see, and no disrespect to anybody else's show, but you go to a show sometimes, it's kind of the way it is, but with Techniche, you definitely get a different vibe. The guest DJs come and they rock it. Anytime you do guest performance somewhere, you have to bring it, and they bring it, and our residents bring it with them because they know that we have to step up, especially with the guest DJs that are coming, because we brought them on as guests to begin with because we already know that they're coming with it. So this 3-year anniversary party is going to be fire. I'm telling you now, watch out.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say, and what's so great about this 3rd year anniversary is we now have Carl with us as a new resident for year number 3 moving forward, and we could be more excited to have him on.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Josh, you're a little quiet over there. What can you say about 3-year anniversary? What are your thoughts?
Well, 3 years is amazing. I've been here since year 1 as well, just watching, grinding, proving myself to join the team, which I got to a year ago or more. Can't even remember anymore because we've been doing it so much.
Yeah, right.
But,
It's been a little over a year, I think.
But it's been great because we are setting a tone for San Diego Techno, along with a couple other crews in town that everybody else is following.
Yeah.
Everybody in town is following our lead. They're copying our music. They're, and we really, I just seen Techniche pioneer with a few of our other crews we've collaborated with and hung out with. And we're really blazing the trail, and people around the world are actually seeing it as well by following us on our Instagram and our Facebook and all the media outlets we have.
Yeah, you have a following, and that's great because you're making an impact.
Yeah, and we're covering more than just one techno sound. We're doing full spectrum. You can hear funky other nights. You can hear Berghain, Dark, Whips and Chains. You can get tech housey like you're at Elro, like from
Yeah,
the whole
look,
thing.
you get the whole. Like,
And if you
yeah.
didn't know, now you know. Real talk.
There you go, great. He was saving up his thoughts. He was collecting his thoughts. That was a great answer. Thank you so much. What are some of the challenges you guys face over these 3 years?
Oh, man.
Wow, there's been quite a bit. I mean, ever since we started, I mean, when we started this, you know, there weren't that many events. I could say for Tech House in particular, there were some underground cats, you know, like Divinity and a few of the other guys that have been doing stuff a little bit longer than us. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah, shout out.
But there's definitely more events now that are happening. And it's great. So as far as the challenge is concerned, I mean, that is a challenge because I think the San Diego scene is still growing. There's still not a healthy amount of audience. So, you know, with so many events, I think it's good and bad. With so many events, that, you know, it kind of spreads the audience out. But at the same time, with so much things happening, I think more and more people are becoming interested in it. And so everybody's going to all the different events and attending it. And I think it's definitely been growing. In the last, I'd say maybe the last like year or two, you know, we've seen more events, and you know, we try to go out and support, you know, all the guys that we can.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that are happening. I mean, your show,
Shout out to Scarlett.
started,
See you.
and that's important. You know,
Yeah, it's important
also,
for people to have a voice.
Yeah, I think Wes Smith also has got his show.
Totally, he's super awesome.
So those are just signs that the scene is definitely growing because it's more than just DJs and shows. It's, you know, it's radio shows or video podcasts, whatever. So, you know, for us, the challenge for me, it's always, you know, the challenge is ourselves. Like, how can we make Techniche better each time? You know, with
how do we
everything
top the
that we
last
do.
one? Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's difficult with the scene being so small, kind of like what you were talking about,
True.
because you know
You have a limited
want
target
to
audience.
we want to push ourselves and be unique and be different, but at the same time, you know, it's not competition. We're not trying to compete against anybody else. We want to work together and bring people in from other crews and all work together, but at the same time stand out. And I think, you know, that's probably the biggest challenge for everyone that's trying to throw their own events is how can they stand out and do something unique without, you know, being competitive or, you know, putting that vibe out that, you know, I want to be better than you, because it's not so much about that. We're just trying to be better than ourselves. And if we can bring people along with that, you know, that's great. But it's so much easier said than done. That's such a big challenge, and you know, we're just doing our best that we can. I think it's going good.
You guys are doing great. I love the graphics, and I love how you guys stick to the theme, like the space theme and the installations that you guys have. It makes you guys stand out a lot. And I really appreciate that because I like walking into a place and like remembering.
He's our graphics guy right here.
Graphics.
He does graphics.
Guess who did this logo right here? Right
He does
here.
graphics.
Yeah, and I think it's a beautiful thing because especially like with social media, people are so visual and they need that. And when you walk into a place, you want to feel like you're part of the experience. And you guys have the alien and the astronaut and everything. You know, I think that's really clever, and I think I really thought about your show.
Yeah,
because you know, Techniche technically is really out of this world. I mean, we are that.
Outer stellar
outer stellar experience. That's the whole objective. You know, outer body, basically.
It's a great theme.
You know, and definitely being part of the team now, I'm really looking forward to 2019. I can't wait to lay down some of the stuff, some new music that I've been working on myself personally, and I can't wait to just continue to try to help build this collective here. We're here. There's no leader. We're all one voice, one sound. You know what I mean? That's what we are.
You're all representing
we're representatives. Yeah, we're all representatives of Techniche, and you know, and being added on as the fourth, you know, I'm just really appreciative of it. I mean, it kind of came out of nowhere, and I was hit with it, and I absorbed it and took it in. So I'm super excited to see what's going to happen, and I know 2019 has got a lot in store for all these guys here. Scarlett Ashore, we are super.
We've got a lot.
We got a lot going on.
I mean, the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah, what can people expect in the anniversary? I saw that there were some giveaways, and I heard that Scarlett was gonna give us Jello shots too. You know, I think that's the best part.
She'll get faded.
Scarlett, the Starlet right here.
Yeah. So what can we expect in the 3-year anniversary?
New visuals, maybe some new astronauts, and
maybe a bigger astronaut.
Yeah, bigger astronaut. There's
I
definitely
think you guys should have someone like a real person dressed up as an astronaut and just interact with the crowd.
Maybe we might have something about it. But yeah, it's just us four. I wanted to make sure that these guys are celebrated and appreciated because as residents, these guys put in hard work
Yeah.
for every event that we do. We could have easily gotten special guests, and we've had special guests for anniversary, and it's turned out great. But this year, because we added Carl and we had everybody else, you know, I want to make sure, at least from my half, that these guys get the light that they deserve.
Yeah,
they're all
because Techniche
talented,
is you
you
guys.
know.
So you, for the
Appreciate
30th anniversary, it's only logical that it's you representing yourself,
Yeah.
your brand, and what you are.
Just
So-
really excited, super excited. So
And you had your debut on December, right?
Right.
At Spin.
Right,
How was that?
right.
How was your first
you-
Techniche experience?
so
It's pretty bananas.
that was actually pretty crazy. So you know, I came on after him. I had an event before that event, so I did an event before that, then rushed home, then came back and made it, got ready. So I transitioned from one style of music I was playing at a different event, and got myself prepared to play what I play
Yeah,
and what I do.
because you come from hip hop roots.
Yeah, so I come from, I'm really hip hop. This is like my 24th year DJing, and you know, I produced hip hop, was part of a different group before, and part of a hip hop group in San Diego that was a real big hip hop group called the Icons. Shout out to Frosty and Sketch. You know, but when Bad Boy Bill was still a hip hop DJ and he transitioned in the house too, he kind of opened eyes for me. Frankie Knuckles, all them dudes, I mean, a lot of those guys, bless his heart too. Irene, like hard house, hard techno, you know, stuff like I was scared to play it before, you know what I mean? Because
Because
I'm
you've always,
from hip hop
yeah.
and people were looking at me like I was crazy.
You're like, what are you doing? Even
Yeah.
me, when I heard you play techno for the first time, I'm like, but wait, I always see you in the hip hop room at
Right.
Rich's play. Like, this is like a
Yeah.
completely different case with.
Yeah, so
and
I
it's
mean,
great that you're eclectic and you do a little bit of
you know, because I mean, I think music is truly my savior, dude. I mean, music gets me through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Everyone has a lot of hard times and hard things that they go through, and really, like music to me is my ASMR.
Yeah, music
You know what I mean?
unites
Legit.
people. It's like
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about music.
It enables, and then you know, with tech, it's a little bit different. Like, you know, there's a lot of artists and a lot of producers that I listen to that I think really lay it on the line when they actually produce their music. They don't just cookie cutter it, put it in the thing, and then just let it do itself. They really go in there, and I've heard some music before in the past, and I really kind of, because I was more into like funky house before,
Yeah.
but tech, yeah, exactly. So kind of with tech with me and like deep house, I kind of grew into that, and I really started grooving with that. So I started, you know, mixing at home, doing other things like that, and it really like helped me a lot. About 10 years ago, I was really into it back then, you know. And
Yeah,
that was
because you have
real
a lot
fun.
of experience, and it's
Yeah.
great that now you're going to this realm of techno.
Right. So being part of Techniche now kind of helps me, you know, hone my skills, you know, as a DJ, not just to be one-dimensional all the time. You know, when I play at Rich's, I do play EDM in the back here too. I do open format as well too in the back, but I mostly play hip hop here, and like, you know,
Yeah,
I do hip hop and Latin music.
And
you
you're
know.
great at it, by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank
There's
you.
a
So
certain,
dance
there's
floor.
a certain glint in your eye when you play tech house.
Right.
Tech
I'll
house.
go say,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a little bit
but all of it, what's your favorite?
Yeah. All of it.
Yeah, it's okay.
My true favorite,
Oh,
my true favorite really is when I get to play tech, because I've done hip hop so long and I love hip hop. I just don't like the way the music's turning right now. Don't get me wrong, the beats are great.
What is it? What are you concerned about?
With the way the music is with hip hop right now, to me, I just think it's, you know, it's not what it was before. I can't really understand most of the music or most of the rap that's coming out.
Yeah.
Most of the lyricists, I don't really hear lyricists no more. I do hear some underground lyricists, but it's not mainstream. So I do
Yeah.
love hip hop. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I'll never go away from that. But when I play mainstream in the club, is really stuff that I don't care too much for. I don't play it in my car.
And it's
you know what I mean?
interesting because you guys share that, both of you, because you both
Yeah.
play in the
Right,
hip hop
him too,
room,
he does too, yeah.
but you have your techno roots
Right.
too.
Yeah. So you know, that's with me. Like I said, you know, ultimately, hip hop is always going to be in my heart, my passion. Because I mean, I come from turntablism, so I used to be a battle DJ. That's the stuff I used to do back in the day. And doing that now, I'm going to try to incorporate that into my tech sets. So you know, my house sets, I've done it before in the past. I've done some 2x4 sets in the past, and I think we're going to probably be working on some of that stuff too. So me as a turntablist, probably bringing out one turntable and a mixer, and as these guys are on top. On New Year's Eve, I basically had 3 events, and I did Hotel Republic,
Wow.
and I played with a dope ass sax player named Jason Whitmore, and we played all night together. And that,
It was mind blowing.
oh man,
That's
was
amazing.
that like, because I didn't even know it was supposed to happen. and it worked out. And I was playing tech that night, so so he came in and he just played off. We just fed off each other.
That's beautiful. Sometimes it just works out that way, you know.
Yeah.
Like you feed off each other's energies, and you connect on that level. You
Right.
know? Like, and that's the whole point about music uniting people.
Absolutely, yeah, totally.
So Josh Taylor, we haven't had a chance to really introduce you to my crowd, to the Scarlet Letter crowd. And I just want to say that this guy, he's amazing.
Yes.
I was looking at your bio. You've been around, you've been playing since 2002.
Yeah.
You have 4 residencies. You've been playing in Ibiza, Mr. Trans King. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you start your producing career?
So I got into DJing. I loved club music back in like '96. I was 12 years old, and you know, MTV was kind of taboo in my house, but I just kept watching it. Saw the grind, Cindy Margolis, you know, all that,
Oh, wow.
and along with puberty happening, and
Oh man, tough times.
and so, yeah. So, you know, and then there was this stuff just called club music, you know, that was the house, it was the techno, it was the trance, it was all that other stuff that wasn't that mainstream hip hop, right? And so I just kept watching that, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to go clubbing, I want to go dancing, I want to do that, like that's fun. And then,
That's how it all starts.
yeah, and then electronic music kept becoming more prevalent, right? In movies and just in our culture.
Sure.
You know, technology kept growing. We got pagers, like we got phones.
man, I have one.
AIM finally, you didn't have to dial up on AOL anymore. You know, all that stuff kept happening. And 1999 or 2000. Paul Oakenfold, he had just put out a couple of really good Ibiza albums,
Yes.
but he did the Swordfish.
Yes.
He did the Swordfish
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
Yes.
And what happened with that was they also had just put out a couple like electronic music shows on MTV. They only got aired like once or twice. You can't even find them on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like he played Rockefeller Center for the Swordfish premiere.
So is that where you got your inspiration?
That's when I said I'm going to do that for a living.
And what was your first event like?
Oh man. Gosh. So the first place I ever played was a spot called the Ice House. Anybody who's been clubbing like before 2000 knows about this spot. Got one of my friends now used to be a resident there, Johnny Johnson. A lot of you guys know him.
Yeah, of course.
I was there when Dizzy D was the guy, and big ups to him because he let me actually climb up in the DJ booth and play 30 minutes
little narrow
of
booth.
trance and house, and then we'd go back to grinding and dry humping all night, and it was great.
So
And
how did it go?
it went pretty good. I mean, I was rough. I was learning how to play on turntables. But I mean, it sounded good, and that's always been like my go-to. Like
and
even
ever
when
since that, now look at you now.
Yeah.
So you have 4 residencies, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So my first one is here with Techniche. We do every first Thursday and a bunch of stuff around town. And then I'm also part of the Divinity crew. Big ups, all those guys.
Divinity.
Bringing our dark techno to San Diego. in the
Dark.
world.
Yeah,
So
dark.
That's what you'll expect from me
Oh
at the
my
3 year
God.
That's the dark
anniversary.
shark.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the dark shark.
I saw him play at Divinity for the very first time. I've never seen you play dark techno.
Yeah.
It was like so deep and
Yeah.
like just like
Yeah, so I got
Perfect,
something
perfect. Mind
special.
blown.
And that's something special for the 3 year that I'm
yeah.
He's closing
in
out
the
our
words
Techniche
in the words
show.
of my homies from Nocturne, I'm conjuring up something.
Hey, yeah.
Big ups, well.
Yeah, so okay. So Divinity and then 2 more that
I'm also part of Lucid, which is our trance night every other month. We just had John Double O Fleming. He actually played 3 hours of dark techno because he was letting off. He didn't open to close, and he felt the vibe, and so he went more techie for a longer period. Usually everybody sees him do side trance with Christopher Lawrence, but he went there. So yeah, we do a lot of open to closes there, but when we have extended sets, I usually end up playing closing side trance sets.
and then the
stuff like
last
that.
residency.
I think I only have 3 actually, but I can't remember.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Unless it's
You
my
can't
own,
remember.
unless it's my own party, Breezy Bliss. Which
I got
I'm
Yeah,
actually-
that one.
You got 3.
Yeah.
We all got 3.
Okay, so thank you. I need them to jog my memory.
okay.
Partying so
I'm
much, it
here.
does that, you know.
So,
But
yeah.
with Breezy Bliss, so I had a 9-year residency at the Air Conditioned Lounge. I've since taken kind of a step back, but I still have a radio show under that brand called Breezy Bliss every 3rd Sunday. So this Sunday, the 20th, it'll be on transenergyradio.com. And then I also do a podcast called Deep Bliss, which is the deeper side of Breezy Bliss.
Damn, you're keeping yourself busy.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Busy.
So-
I know, right?
So
And the
you
thing
can check
he said
that
he
out,
was
too.
tired. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So that's another one. You can catch all those podcasts and replays on
cool.
my Myxzlplix. And then I do a third mix for Techniche once a month as well.
Oh yeah, you guys have a new podcast, right? Or now you're
TRS radio show, Spotify.
Really new?
Spotify.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
on
yeah, well,
Spotify.
Well,
Spotify's
and you're now on
nice.
Spotify. Yeah, that's the new part. That's
Yeah.
awesome. How do you guys get into Spotify?
We just applied for it, basically.
Well,
I found out
you
that
still
they
have an
were.
application.
Yeah, I found out that Spotify was hosting podcasts. Initially, I think they were just doing spoken word podcasts. So I just inquired to find out if they were doing any music ones. Put in the application, and I guess our credentials checked out, so they approved us. So now we're on Spotify.
Check us
If
out.
you guys are on there, make sure you
Check it,
follow
check
us.
it.
We're all
Subscribe.
Yep.
Subscribe.
Techniche
$9.99 a
Radio
month.
Techniche Radio
We
Show,
just
yeah.
eclipsed our 100th episode too, which is pretty
Yes.
cool. That's
Yeah.
a nice
What?
landmark
We got some
there.
new
Yeah.
stuff coming at you. 101, 102, 103.
Check it,
It's
check
coming
it,
up
check it
soon.
out.
So 101 is Purdy.
No,
No.
101 is this guy right
Josh.
here.
101.
I'm 101.
It just came out.
It's the top 12 tracks of last year that I've chosen. If you were out at any events, you would have heard me play them multiple times.
Right.
You're gonna
Yeah,
freaking love it.
You gotta follow him now and see
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
he's
right.
up to. He's
Yeah.
full of things, full of a lot
Yeah,
of
but
amazing
all of our
things.
episodes are on Spotify, and
Spotify,
iTunes,
iTunes,
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, Mixcloud.
Mixcloud. We got you covered.
Everything. Hashtag Techniche SD. You'll see it. You can find it all there.
Techniche.
He's 101. He's going to be 102.
Curdy's
Curdy's
102. Curdy's
I'm
tomorrow,
103, right?
and then I'm 103.
You're 103. Am I 104?
You're 104.
Yeah, I'm 104.
Oh, one of ours. There you
So,
go. There you
hold
go.
on.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on.
They're all good though.
A lot of radio
just
shows
Yeah,
coming.
just check it out.
So just check it
Doesn't
out.
matter the number or who it is. It's gonna be good. It's gonna
Just
be
start
quality.
from one and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can't count like me, go to school.
By the way, Josh,
Yeah.
what do you think of the underground electronic music scene of San Diego? The positive and the negatives.
Um,
That's $1 million question.
That's a
Good
heavy
question.
question.
Yeah.
This makes me want to go
I
take
didn't
a
answer
break.
that question last
Yeah,
time
you,
anyway.
you
so.
did?
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
so
I was
maybe,
the one who answered that. I think.
okay, so maybe
I kinda-
answer and then you can answer and then I'm gonna save you for later.
Okay.
All right. So San Diego Underground. I'm seeing it growing a lot. I've been through cycles. I know all these guys have seen the cycle of San Diego electronic music. Right now, currently, I'm just seeing influence, a lot of influence from us. A lot of the guys who are doing stuff now 5 years ago, they were all kind of working for some of my promo teams that I was on, and now as we've brought people up, just the same way that Rudy's brought me up with a couple other people, there's influence. I guess the easiest word for me is discipleship. People are teaching, and this was missing for about 5 or 6 years. Like, people were just like, oh, F the younger generation, you know, they don't know what they're doing. But now we're like finally stepping up and saying, no, like, we need to bring them under our arm. We need to teach them how this works so we can keep it going for 20, 40 years.
That's great.
from
That's
now.
really
So,
valuable for you to say.
yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of that. Like, a lot of the younger cats, they're hungry and they're actually listening to the older cats. The older cats are giving all their knowledge away, and I think that's very important. Like,
Yeah.
the only way we can really make it happen is to give the knowledge and receive the knowledge. Don't get puffed up. Don't get, too
Yeah, it's
big-headed.
true. You gotta
Like, it's
keep
okay to
that.
have, like I've noticed, it's okay to have an ego, but don't let it get in the way of business and making the community grow.
Yeah.
Because
there you go.
we all need to have that little bit of, like, I'm going to kill it, but at the same time, I can give that to you. I can impart that, like, dude, you're going to kill it too, so just jump on, calm down, and just go do your thing because you're already killing it. So that kind of vibe, and just keeping that. I think that's the make or break in San Diego is either you work with the community as much as you can. Don't talk crap behind people's backs. Like, if you have a problem, go to them face to face and deal with it. That way the community can grow.
It's true. I know it's hard for some people to really be honest and talk about these issues, but it's so crucial and it's so necessary for the community to come up to your colleague or something.
Yeah.
You know what? This is what's
Yeah.
happening. This is what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
just do it. Be brave.
Yeah.
It's possible. We can all make it happen, and
Yeah.
we can have a better community.
Yeah.
San Diego.
And also, if you're struggling with anything, whether it's addiction, suicide, like losing friends and family, like, we are here for each other. And
definitely.
I know I went through that, and I had all these guys were here for me when my mom passed. I know all these guys, we've all gone through some stuff. Other people in like my other crews, Divinity, we're all going through stuff, but
Yeah.
we got to be here for each other. And
Yeah, just
I mean,
reach
that's
out.
why we stay around, because I mean, the music isn't just these beats, and it's not just pushing play. It's the community.
It's the community.
and it's
That's the whole point.
sticking together. So
Yeah, because we're all human. We all go through our own different struggle.
Right, we all have
Or,
emotions, we all have
we all go
feelings,
through
exactly,
things.
yeah.
And I think for us to have a space where we can like let loose and enjoy the music and be with people that we love, it's just so important for
Yeah.
us as
Yeah.
humans.
Absolutely.
The music itself is healing, but when you're out an event with a group of people, I mean, that's really like when you're connecting through that music with
Yeah.
other people. That's really where I think the healing
That's the
takes
support
place.
for sure.
Thank you. I know, all the love. Thank you so
No,
much.
it's definitely true. I mean, that's you know, touching base on that real quick. I'm not gonna go too far, but
Yeah.
seriously, you know, the stuff's real. All the addiction's real, guys, and a lot of those things can be really harmful for your health. You know what I mean? And if you don't reach out to any of us or anyone, you know, you definitely can do things that you probably might regret. So we just want you to definitely know that Techniche is definitely here for you, just individually or collectively. All of us are here. You know, there's a lot of DJs out there that are concerned about not making it, or they think they're I mean, 'cause I've actually just talked to someone a couple days ago asking me about some things, why he can't get booked and why he can't get this and that. I said, you know, that's really not the issue right now, bro. You need to understand that this is a different world than what it was when I first started DJing. You know, carrying crates and doing all that stuff and making $50 back in the day for the whole night, which is ridiculous back then. And I was carrying, you know, 3-4 crates. And I told that dude, I said, no, bro, just be happy that you carry sticks around. You know what I mean? And I said, you just got to keep doing what you do, man. I keep telling you to mix, keep mixing. If you're bummed out, don't turn to this. Talk to me and I'll help you, dude. You know, I help build you up, but I'm not going to make you
We're not gonna
Gig.
let them go.
No.
anywhere that you don't want to gig. If you think it's a BS gig, then don't do it.
Don't do it,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Just, I mean, I know you feel that way, and or I know he felt that way. So if anyone feels that way, and this is just not for DJs, it's for anyone,
Anyone.
you know, that's going through it. Like, you know, just reach out, because I mean, I swear we're all here, dude. You can find us all on social media. You can find us anywhere, dude. And we're not all Dr. Ruths or none of that stuff. But
No,
honestly,
but
every one of this group that's sitting here right now, literally has had some serious drama in our lives.
We all go through something,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
we all, and I know it can be hard to show vulnerability sometimes, but
Yeah.
feel free to reach out to any of us, whatever your struggle is. Just
Yeah.
feel free to talk to any of us.
Anybody, yeah, absolutely.
So Rudy,
Yeah.
you were gonna answer too.
My thoughts on the underground scene. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at it. Yeah, it's because I didn't get the chance the last time we were on the show.
Yeah, I know, we kinda
and that's
ran out of
okay.
time.
That's okay. I mean, I have my 2 cents. I agree with a lot with what Josh says, and like I said earlier, it's definitely growing, and I see that, and it's great. I love that everybody's kind of doing their own thing and building their brands, whether they're influenced by us or somebody else, but you know, everybody's doing their own events, and I think it's great that, you know, it's kind of creating kind of a friendly competition in a lot of ways, and we all kind of work with each other. You know, San Diego is a big city, but essentially we kind of have a smaller
Community
scene,
is
so a
kinda
small
small,
community.
yeah.
But it's definitely growing, and you know, I just think that, you know, people just keep pushing at it, and you know, maintain your brand, and you know, like we said before, if there's a problem with anything, you know, with anybody with any issues, you know, talk to each other directly.
Absolutely.
You know, if they're got an issue with me, come talk to me. I'll be totally honest with you, and but you know, I don't think I have really issues with anybody.
Well, that's
No, you're not
great.
very
That's
handsome.
great. It means that you're
That's
doing
my issue
something
with
right.
Well,
He's not very handsome. Just wait.
Yeah, more talent.
More talent.
than good looks.
Maybe good looks. It's okay.
Yeah. No, but I think it's great, and I appreciate, you know, a lot of the people that we work with. You know, we talked about Divinity and you know, like Alien Tom and
Yeah,
Sonia
they're
and Tom
awesome too.
are, yeah, Native Alien, and you know, Johnny Finn, you know, and it's great too to see guys like Johnny and some of the older cats who are still around, like pushing it. They're coming out and getting gigs, and it's exciting to see that mix
Yeah,
up
it's really
with
inspiring.
the new guys
It's
too.
really
You know,
inspiring.
there's a lot of new guys like pushing it, and you know, I like the ambition that the new guys have, but kind of like what Carl said, like, you know, just keep at it, keep patient, and
Yeah.
just, you know, just try not to get every gig. You know,
Yeah.
just make sure that you're fitting in, you know, where you are.
Where you are.
You know, like, be aware of it, and don't hit up just because you just want to play a gig. And we're all hungry.
Yeah.
We all want to have our spot, but it'll come if it's meant to be. It'll come. Just keep at it.
Just keep at it. Yeah.
don't
What do you have to say about that?
I agree.
I agree.
I concur 100%. I mean, yeah, like you said, I was saying earlier, it's we're not trying to compete, but friendly competition is always good because it all
It always
makes
drives
us,
you to like
yeah,
get better.
it always
It's
it
not-
drives you to want to be better than what you're at, and it's it's a good thing. It's a good thing when you have more groups doing these things because you're pushing each other to beyond your comfort zone to be better. So that's always good.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing your opinions. I think it's crucial for everyone to hear what we all have to say.
Yeah.
And just one last thing, what is the message that you're trying to put out there with Techniche? Like, what are you trying to convey, or what's your purpose?
Just good fucking music, man.
Good.
Yeah, just
back in
just
music.
just I mean, well, a lot of our imagery and our graphics involve the astronaut, and we've kind of used the astronaut as a metaphor.
Is that what that is? Metaphor?
It's kind of a metaphor. Yeah,
Is that what
Just,
it is? Like,
you know,
just finding out today?
going to seek out and take out or take on new adventures and be brave
Sure.
to go out there to sometimes unknown territory,
Absolutely.
but doing it through technological means,
Sure.
like the astronaut does. So but just don't be afraid to take chances and just keep reaching, because the universe is endless.
It is.
So there's endless possibilities.
And you
So
attract
just
what
keep
you
at it.
give. Like, you will get it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you heard it. That's what the message that they're trying to put out there. And just a reminder, Techniche this Saturday at Spin.
Yeah.
Overdrive.
Doors Overdrive.
Sorry, I do want to mention that the first 50 people who come to Techniche Overdrive this Saturday will get free entry to our 3-year anniversary
Ooh.
at Rich's.
See, don't wait.
February 7th.
And Eventbrite.
February
Yeah.
7th,
Of
yeah.
course, and
Yeah.
don't forget, 3-year anniversary, February 7th is coming up. It's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Surprises, lights.
We're coming for
visuals.
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
coming for you. Any last words that you guys want to say?
We're looking for more space cadets. If you want to get involved, hit us up. Get involved. We need people to go out into the outer reaches to bring more life forms like this guy and this guy and this guy and this one. So get your
And that
people
guy back
and
there.
join us and be part of us. Join the fold.
Join the Techniche
Join
family.
the collective. Don't be afraid, because we're not afraid.
We're all space cadets at once.
Thank you so much, guys. I really enjoyed my time,
Thanks
and
for
I
having us,
appreciate
Scarlett.
all of
Thank
you.
Love you.
Yep.
And this was Scarlet Letter Show.
Scarlet
Yay!
Letter.
Yay!